Welcome to another episode of the BodyMaitre Dowsing Chart Series. Today, we are exploring one of the most healing and transformational frequencies in human consciousness. That frequency is valued. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything for everyone else but no one seems to notice? Or perhaps you feel like you have to over-deliver just to justify your space in a room. This isn't a personality trait, it's an energetic signal. If you are constantly overlooked, underpaid, or taken for granted, you are vibrating at a frequency of disposable. Today, we are looking at the emotional body chart to unpack the foundational shift into valued consciousness. We will define what it feels like to be truly valued, how this frequency dictates what the law of manifestation can actually bring to you, and the 4 specific CAT insights into why your 4 bodies might be rejecting your own worth. In BodyMaitre, valued is the internal realization that your existence is an asset to the universe. It is the end of the need to prove. Valued consciousness is the state of deeply knowing, I matter, my presence matters, my energy matters, my time matters, my gifts matter, my life has meaning. It is not arrogance. It is not superiority. It is not demanding attention. It is the calm certainty that your existence carries value. When someone embodies valued consciousness, they no longer beg to be chosen. They choose themselves first. They no longer shrink to make others comfortable. They stand in rightful worth. They no longer tolerate disrespect as normal because value has awakened. How does valued consciousness feel? It feels like inner dignity, a quiet strength, a grounded confidence, a warm steadiness in the chest and solar plexus. It feels like I deserve healthy love. My voice matters. My needs are valid. I do not need to overprove my worth. I can receive good things. I belong here. Emotionally, it feels secure. Mentally, it feels clear. Spiritually, it feels purposeful. Physically, it feels upright, present, and open. It feels like a solid, warm, golden light sitting in your solar plexus. It is a feeling of weight or substance. When you are valued, you don't feel the need to shout. You know your voice carries weight. You practice this by honoring your no. Every time you set a boundary that protects your energy, you are depositing valued frequency into your emotional body. If your spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical bodies don't agree that you are valued, you create a value leak. The law of manifestation is a mirror. If you feel valueless, the universe mirrors that by sending you cheap experiences, low-paying jobs, breadcrumbing relationships, and constant setbacks. When you anchor valued, you become a high-end vibrational product. You attract premium opportunities because you no longer resonate with anything that doesn't acknowledge your worth. Why is it important to be valued in the 4 bodies? Because many people only try to feel valued mentally, but the 4 bodies may disagree. Your mind says, I am worthy, but your emotional body says, I feel unwanted. Your physical body says, I collapse when seen. Your spiritual body says, I lost power long ago. Then value cannot stabilize. When all 4 bodies align, mental body values truth, emotional body values feelings, physical body values boundaries, spiritual body values divine identity, then your whole being emits worth, and the world begins responding accordingly. How valued consciousness works in the law of manifestation. The universe mirrors the level of worth you energetically allow. If you feel low value internally, you may attract low-paying opportunities, disrespectful relationships, being overlooked, overgiving without return, settling for less. But when you embody valued consciousness, you attract better standards. You notice aligned opportunities. You become available for reciprocity. You stop accepting crumbs. You become magnetic to quality. Value tells the universe, I am available for what matches my true worth. That changes everything. I asked the collective Angelic Team, CAT, to reveal the common collective blocks to this frequency. This is where most people get stuck. Mental body, everything is my fault programming. You carry a global guilt. If a project fails or a friend is unhappy, your mind automatically assumes it's your fault. This fault signal tells the universe you are a debt, not an asset. Spiritual body, solar plexus, chakra imbalance. The solar plexus governs identity, power, self-esteem, will, and confidence. This is your power center. When blocked, your will to exist is dimmed. You literally lack the spiritual pipework to hold the frequency of value. Your spiritual worth signal weakens. Emotional body, fearful. A deep-seated fear that if you acknowledge your own value, you will be attacked, judged, or abandoned. Fear says, if I express myself, I'll be rejected. If I ask for more, I'll lose everything. If I shine, I'll be attacked. So emotions suppress value expression. Physical body, running away from feelings, insecurity, self-rejection. This manifests as physical insecurity, slumped shoulders, avoiding mirrors, or running away from feelings through overactivity. You are literally trying to exit your own physical vessel because you don't value the house you live in. I know a woman who mastered this. She doesn't have a louder voice than others, but when she speaks, everyone stops. She doesn't over-explain. She attracts high-level mentors and abundance effortlessly because she doesn't believe she is a fault. She believes she is the solution. Contrast this with the exhausted giver. They have the everything is my fault program. They work 14 hours a day, apologize for taking up space, and despite their hard work, they are passed over for promotions. Their physical body is constantly sick because they are rejecting their own needs. Place your hand over your upper abdomen. Breathe deeply. Visualize golden sunlight expanding there. Say, my power returns, my worth awakens, my presence matters. I stand in rightful value. Repeat slowly. I now call forth the frequency of valued consciousness. I release all fault-based programming from my mental body. I heal and balance my solar plexus power center. I soothe fear within my emotional body. I dissolve insecurity, self-rejection, and avoidance from my physical body. I choose to know my worth. I choose to honor my time. I choose to receive respect. I choose relationships that match my value. My life matters. My voice matters. My gifts matter. I am worthy of healthy love, abundance, and recognition. The universe reflects my true value now. I anchor valued consciousness fully. I anchor the frequency of valued into my marrow, my blood, and my cells. I am worthy, I am valued, I am here. And so it is. To master this consciousness, you must understand how your four bodies interact. When one body is blocked by the cat insights mentioned above, it creates a value deficit that prevents manifestation. You were never born without value. You were conditioned to forget it. Your work is not to become valuable. Your work is to remember. When value is embodied, love changes, money changes, standards change, choices change, destiny changes. If this episode activated something within you, remember, you do not need permission to matter. You already do. And life begins transforming the moment you live like it.